today I have kind of like a get ready with me style video. We get ready, obviously put some makeup on, some kind of date night inspired simple eye, bold lip kind of look for Valentine's Day. And my puppy is gonna be joining us in the video as well. Go over some travel tips too. I just recently went to Southeast Asia. We went to Thailand and Cambodia. I go over some things that I learned that I kind of wish that I knew before traveling there, and some things that, you know, I'll take with me on future travels. But let's just go right into the video. I'm gonna start off with using some of this, and it's really nice. I've used it a couple times. It smells like roses, legit. To keep my skin nice and moisturized, I'm gonna actually use a serum. I've been using the Bio Clarity. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So I am gonna go in with a darker foundation. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. A lot of my makeup is actually completely covered in concealer and foundation. Recently went on a trip and my foundation just decided to get all over my makeup on the airplane. It just kind of exploded. This is real life right here. It is not super clean. I'm gonna be using concealer next. This is what I mean by when I said my makeup exploded on the airplane. Okay, so also in this video, I just wanted to do like a get ready with me and kind of talk a little bit about the trip that I went on. If you're interested, I have a short video diary that I created as well. So that is also on my channel. I'll leave that link down below. So what I do for concealer is just kind of, I don't put a ton on. I just do like this. I use my finger next. And the warmth of your finger just kind of helps it blend in really nicely. But yeah, today I just wanted to talk about things that I wish I brought with me or that I knew before going to Southeast Asia. So if you didn't know, my family and I went to Thailand and Cambodia. It was so amazing to see both cultures, to be honest. It was such an amazing trip. So sometimes if I'm talking too much, this kind of is harder to blend. So a trick with this concealer, if you're using the foundation and concealer together, I would use the concealer right away after you put foundation on, because your foundation, this foundation dries very quickly and it's a little bit harder to blend. And for a little bit more brightening, I'm gonna use the Boing, or the Boeing, I call it Boing concealer. It's very nice. I brought this with me on the trip because it's just so easy travel-wise. Number one for what I wished I knew before going there is to bring toiletries, meaning mostly tissues or toilet paper, whatever you can use. I wish I knew to bring, because it's not a necessity over there. They're able to clean themselves in other ways. There's water and like a hose, or I don't know if it's really considered a bidet, but it's more like a hose. Toilet paper isn't a necessity over there, and it's not really a necessity in life, but as an American, as even a European, people are used to toilet paper. To have more of a comfortable trip, I would definitely say next time I would bring more tissues, which thankfully most of the time I had tissues, but just before you go, know that that is not always provided. Next, I'm using the NYX translucent finishing powder. Again, a little dirty from the trip. I tried getting it off with makeup wipes. Okay, I'm just kind of putting this on around my eyes where I put concealer on. I'm gonna put it in the middle right here, and I'm gonna put it on my nose, and that's it. It kind of brightens up those areas too, which is nice, so I'm not gonna put like highlight on that area. I'm gonna use the bronzer. It's Bare Minerals, and it's in the shade Warm. I'm gonna go light on bronzer and blush today. I don't want my face to look really cakey. What I do with this bronzer is just kind of, I already have a narrow face, so I don't really need to like contour, but I'm just gonna put it kind of at the end or edge of my face, just kind of like an L right here, and right on my forehead as well. The bronzer kind of blends in nicely with this foundation because the foundation's already kind of dark for me, so the bronzer just kind of, I feel like, blends in nicely. It doesn't really look like I have too much on. I'm going to take a little like eyeshadow brush. I'm just gonna do my nose a little bit. I just do the edges sometimes. This isn't an everyday look, by the way. I definitely don't wear this much makeup every day. actually do also want to put on some lip products just to kind of prep my lip. I'm going to use the Tarte Lip Scrub. It's really nice. It's kind of like sugar based, so it's just a scrub that kind of helps get any dead skin off. Also prepping my lips, I'm going to use this Lip Luscious. I think it's a plumping gloss too. Just kind of like a gloss. I've been wearing it a lot lately, and it smells so good. So I'm gonna go in, this is my favorite blush at the moment. It's just so light on my skin and it looks more natural, and it's cool toned. It's the ColourPop Disney Designer Collection. It's in the Floating Lights shade, and it's a pressed powder blush. Okay, I'm gonna use the new highlight I got. It's by ColourPop. It's those highlight, it's called Light Stick, and it's in the shade Earth, spelled U-R-T-H. It's a really pretty, kind of like a rose gold toned highlight. I'm gonna actually use my finger to put it on. I think that that's the most effective. And I'm really not gonna put a ton on, just kind of highlighting the high point of my cheeks. You only really need a little bit if you're going for like a subtle look. Okay. And so next, brows. I always use the Goof Approved brow pencil. It's so nice. Okay, the next thing that I wish that I knew before going there was actually a little bit more of the language. So in Thailand, they obviously speak Thai. And in Cambodia, they speak a language called Khmer. I wish I was able to speak the language a little bit more. You know, there was a lot of people in Thailand that could speak English, but especially in Cambodia, people like touristy people, like people that drove like transportation, were able to speak English, and some people at the market, but you know, most people, local people, you know, spoke Khmer. So I would have loved to learn, just so that I could, you know, talk and learn a little bit more about their culture, and just kind of interact with them. Okay, and the third thing that I would suggest doing is to bring some sort of scarf. Obviously you can use like any other piece of clothing, like a t-shirt or something, but when you're on tuk-tuks, which is pretty much the main transportation in both countries for tourists, for like especially short distances, they're kind of like taxis. They're really fun, and they're really cool, and they're really inexpensive. But I would definitely bring with you like a scarf, like a handkerchief that you can just wrap around your face and your nose and around your head would be most practical. But there's just a lot of sand everywhere and dirt, and especially in the streets. And anytime you're outside, you know, the wind picks up whatever is outside. So I would definitely say to bring some sort of scarf, because that definitely saved me a lot of the time. And sunglasses to protect your eyes as well. Okay, brows are done. I'm gonna curl my lashes, put mascara on, and then do falsies. So the next tip that I would have if you travel to Thailand and Cambodia is to definitely bring Dramamine. I get car sick sometimes, like a motion sickness. I don't ever have a problem with like rides, like say at Disney World or anything like that. But for some reason, in small airplanes or like a tuk-tuk that's kind of really, really bumpy, you can definitely feel the effects of motion sickness. So I would definitely bring Dramamine. I did take it when I was on a bus and I was completely fine. But that's kind of like a normal tip, I feel like, to just bring Dramamine with you if you ever experience any sort of motion sickness, like in any country. So next tip would definitely be to bring a bunch of moolah with you, American dollars. So in Thailand, they use the currency Thai baht, and let me get the conversion, hold on. Okay, so just to let you know, 1 Thai baht is 32 cents in American dollars. But actually the Cambodian currency is Cambodian real. They actually prefer American dollars. That's because the American dollar is worth more. They really like crisp, clean flat American dollars. So just to let you know, a tip, if you're going to Cambodia, even if your dollar has like a rip in it, or like the edge is missing, or it's really bent or something like that, you can expect the people there to not accept it. In the United States, you can, like, banks can send back those ripped bills and just get the government to have them exchange like the bills into new bills. And if you think about it, Cambodia doesn't have that option, obviously. The government can't do that for them. So I would definitely make sure that you have that. First of all, you bring a lot of dollar bills with you, because a lot of things are less expensive there, and just to make sure that they're in good condition as well. Using the red cherry lashes, they're kind of wispy. Okay, found my rings, so I just put some on. I'm gonna use the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner, it's called. It's just a nude liner. We're gonna add some more mascara at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna put the slightest amount of eyeliner at the bottom of my eyes. Pretty much wipe it all off. For lips, I think I'm gonna go a little bold and go red, because it's almost Valentine's Day and I kind of wanted to stay within the Valentine's Day theme look. So I'm gonna go with a bold red that I recently got. It's a really pretty red color. I got it at Ulta. It's by Ulta Beauty. It's the Velvet Matte Liquid Lip in this really beautiful color. The color shade is called Devotion. And I'm gonna go in with a red liner. This is just by NYX. I overline just the top of my lips. It's good to overline just kind of your Cupid's bow area instead of a lot on the side, because then it just kind of looks like a weird shape. Okay. It smells good. It kind of smells like Play-Doh. I don't know why I love that smell whenever lipsticks smell like Play-Doh. I love the finish of this lipstick because it's velvet. It's not completely matte. It's called Velvet Matte. I think this is my new favorite. Finish is just very nice on the lips. Also a tip, when you're taking transportation like a tuk-tuk, like, people will understand tourists, but sometimes if you're like talking a lot, they don't understand everything you're saying. So if you need to let them know where you're going and it's not received well, I would definitely just type it on your phone on Google Maps and say, this is my hotel, or this is where I need to go, wherever location you're looking for, because they're like, oh, you know, they'll zoom in on Google Maps if they don't know where it is, and they'll be able to get there very easily if you just show them your phone. So another, you know, one of the last tips I have is careful if you're a tourist and you're visiting there the first time. Be careful what you eat and drink. I know that kind of seems obvious, but Cambodia and Thailand actually are both technically still third world or developing countries. You know, the drinking water, the electrical systems, all of that can be dangerous to a tourist that isn't used to the area. Just be wary of that. Buy bottled water that hasn't ever been opened, and just be careful with the food that you eat as well. There's a lot of amazing, delicious food. A lot of people that love seafood. I don't personally love seafood, but a lot of people that I traveled with absolutely love seafood, that I wouldn't eat the street food. But if you have a lot to do, and you don't want to get sick, a lot of the times people do get sick when they eat the street food. So again, don't drink the water, don't eat the tarantula or the scorpion street food. Guys, thank you for watching though. I hope you enjoyed the look and some of the travel tips, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Okay, bye.